What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Vault Goblin, and today I'm coming in with a pretty damn long commentary for you guys. I'm going to be telling a nice story about how I got caught getting a blowjob in a bathroom stall at a middle school, which I hope you guys will enjoy. But before I dive into that, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the gameplay and a few other things about Vault. So this gameplay was provided by WEAPONIZed. Check them out in the description below and subscribe for dropping a really sick gameplay with the new weaponized camo on Black Ops 2. He's using the Peacekeeper, it's on raid, and he goes 211-4. Now, you'll notice towards the second round of this domination game, he will kind of camp towards the A flag, I guess you could say. He was running back and forth a lot, but nevertheless, it was a really awesome gameplay, and it's really entertaining to watch because, you know, kills left and right, 211 kills. You can't, like, not have kills left and right when it's a 211 kill game. You know, there's fucking swarms, dogs. He's got all these kill streaks running, all these score streaks. He's got all this crazy shit going on. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this gameplay because I personally watched over the majority of it myself and I really had a great time watching it. So don't forget to check out Exility in the description below for dropping a really badass gameplay. Shout out to him for going 211-4, especially when I've never really broken 80 kills in Black Ops 2 because I'm shit. So yeah, definite props to him for this really sick gameplay. So moving on, I kind of want to talk about goals for Vault. Now, I've kind of noticed that our ratings have kind of gone down recently in the sense that we used to be dropping 350 likes, 300 likes easily on every single upload in our first week of launch, and we've kind of slumped down to around like 150, 200 likes an upload. So I have a goal I'm going to set for you guys for this upload. Let's try to hit 250 likes on this one. Now, I know, judging by our recent ratings, that may not be the most realistic goal in the world, but I mean, hey, you know, goals are nice. So if you guys are hearing this right now, please drop a like if you enjoy the commentary and the gameplay so far, because we really want to keep our ratings up and running, keep them steady, keep them up there, and kind of, I guess you could say, regain our lost ground that we had with the AMP channel. So definitely drop a like and a comment if you enjoy what you guys are hearing so far. And now I'm going to dive into the story. So basically what I'm going to be telling you guys today is how I got caught getting a blowjob in a bathroom stall at a middle school. Now, the middle school I was at was actually the middle school that I went to. I'm currently a freshman. I'm a 9th grader. So I went to this school last year, and I started in 6th grade and ended in 8th. Some middle schools start at like 5th grade. Some of them only go to like 7th to 8th. That's kind of weird to me. I've never really heard of such a thing. But yeah, I went there for 3 years, and you know, it was fun while it lasted, but this is definitely one of my greatest moments. Now, I actually didn't do this while I was in middle school. This happened this year, back in November, mid-November. There was a wrestling meet at the middle school, and my girlfriend, she was the manager of the wrestling team. She didn't actually, like, wrestle or anything like that. She would just kind of, like, sit there and watch the practices and, like, keep track of wins and losses of people. And it was something she would do for, like, fun, pretty much. Or, I guess, to spend her free time because, you know, she was friends with a lot of dudes on the wrestling team. So she wanted to go watch one of the wrestling matches because she remembered, you know, a few of the kids there, and it brought back, like, memories of middle school and shit like that. So I was like, all right, sure, we're going to go watch the wrestling meet. And we both got a ride to this school, and it's not a very big school, so there's not really many places you can go. There's 2 floors, and well, I guess it's big for a middle school, but in comparison to a high school, it's not shit. So we walk in, and there's basically this big first floor, and the first floor has almost everything on it. Second floor just kind of has some classrooms and some lockers, and that's pretty much it. So we walk in, and we originally had no intention to really do anything sexual or any, you know, blowjob shit in a bathroom stall, crazy shit like that. We just had the intention of, we're gonna go watch this wrestling meet, and then we're gonna go home and we're gonna chill, you know? So we go to the wrestling meet, we walk into the gym, and there's, you know, shit tons of parents there, of course, like normal. There's, you know, those little cliques of 8th graders. You know, you have the douchebags in the top left corner, you have the nerds, or not the nerds, I guess you could say just the kind of socially off kids, I guess you could put it, because, you know, schools always have those kids. There's kind of the socially off kids who were sitting in, like, the middle of the bleachers, and then they had, like, all the girls. I don't get why guys do this. I don't get why it kind of stops so much in high school, but in middle school, why the guys would always sit separate from the girls. I never understood that, but hey, shit goes down. So the girls were all on their completely separate set of bleachers, excuse me, because there were 2 sets and it was split down the middle, and they literally, I don't know why they did this, why they couldn't just have one big bleacher stand, I guess you could say, because they rolled it out and it was 2 separate things. It was stupid. So the girls would always sit on the one on the right, and then the guys and, you know, their different little groups would always sit on the one on the left. So we walked up to the one with the guys because I knew a few kids up there from my time when I was an 8th grader the year before, and, you know, there were some kids who were current 8th graders as of, like, this year that I remembered. So I was like, oh, all right, well, you know, I guess I'll go talk to you guys. I remember you, and a few of you guys, you know, rode my bus, shit like that. So, you know, we were talking, and the wrestling meet, it hadn't started yet. They were like warming up, and the other team, the other school, I don't know who it was, they hadn't shown up yet. So we were just kind of chilling, and her and I got bored. And she said that she wanted to go visit some old teachers. So I'm like, all right, let's go visit some old teachers. So, she gets up. I didn't really give two shits because, I didn't really have any teachers that I wanted to visit. I had a cool-ass English teacher named Mr. Fredericks. He was cool as hell, but he wasn't there. So, besides that, other teachers didn't really care. So, we visit her science teacher. I think his name was, like, Mr. Miller or something. He's cool and all. We talk for, like, 10, 15 minutes, and then we leave. And we're not walking back to the gym exactly. She said she had to go to the bathroom, but I don't know if she actually did have to go to the bathroom. And she walks in the bathroom, so I wait outside naturally because, I'm like, hey, well, girls' bathroom, I'm not going to walk in there. And no one's in there, and she calls me in, and I'm like, oh, okay, well then, all right, I'll come in, whatever. And she didn't really like have to use the bathroom apparently, so we kind of got a little frisky in there. This isn't where it went down yet, but it's coming soon. So we made out for a little bit in there, and then we heard like some janitor coming, and we were like, all right, yep, we're not staying here, fuck no. So we left that bathroom, and then we went back to the gym again, and we didn't really think of trying to go do some sneaky shit again because, that was a close call the first time. The fucking janitor wheeling his little cart by almost came in. We almost got fucked over, but thank God we didn't. So we were sitting in the gym, and at this point, we were kind of getting into it in there, so we were semi-horny, I guess you could say, and we wanted to do something, but there was nowhere to do it in this school. This school was a complete shithole unless you could, like, pick a lock. Then, yeah, I could see you maybe getting somewhere to do shit, but we didn't really have many options, but we still wanted to go for it. So what we did is we walked out of the gym, and the layout of the school is kind of weird. The gym is in the very, very back by some lockers, and then when you walk out of the gym, there's only one way to go. You walk down this narrow little hallway with, like, it only fits, it's maybe like 4 people wide if you lined them up sideways, and or not sideways, like standing up, like I guess facing the doorway, I guess you could say. Kind of hard to describe. I'm bad at describing shit, but we're walking down this narrow little hallway, and when you're walking away from the gym, to the left is the cafeteria, and then to the right there's the music rooms. They have like the orchestra, the chorus room with all the instruments. They have like all the lockers with the orchestra stuff, and we noticed that the cafeteria is like pitch black. There were some lights on in like the kitchen part back there where like the lunch ladies worked, but we assumed that those were just kind of like security lights or whatever. You know how like you leave a light on in your house to scare off robbers when you're like not home, or like businesses do that and shit? Same thing. So we walk in the cafeteria and we make sure nobody's there, and all right, nobody's there. So we were like, we're probably not, it would be dumb as shit of us to just do shit in the middle of the cafeteria because the doors were open, and it's just a stupid idea to do it. So we go into the boys' bathroom, and I'm like, all right, I think this is going to work out. I was happy, because, hey, blowjob, I'm excited, naturally. So I walk in, and we go into the very back stall, the handicap stall, the one that's always the biggest. And, in elementary school, every kid who had to take a dump would go to that stall because biggest stall, of course, So we walk into that stall, and we kind of go right at it from the start, We're like, getting into it and shit, We're not going to fuck in there because, it's a stall, and it's too risky to fuck in there. Oh, I guess it was too risky to even have a boy and a girl in there in the first place, which we didn't really consider. And we started going at it, and it was like mid blowjob, we hear someone walk in, and we're like, oh, they're just taking a piss. So what I do is I sit down on the toilet, and then I like pick her up, and she's like crouching on my lap, and we're assuming like, oh, whoever the kid is, he'll just think I'm taking a dump, and then the kid will like, wash his hands and leave. Well, no, that's not how it played out. This little motherfucker, he apparently saw the 2 sets of feet, or he heard both of us or something. I don't know how exactly he knew, because he didn't actually come up to our stall door, because there was a pretty big crack in it, so I could like see through the crack and see if like someone was coming. He never came up to the door, but a few minutes later, after he walked out, like we went at it as soon as he walked out. We like got back on the floor, went at, doing our thing, and as soon as like not even like 2 minutes after he walked out, he came back in with like 3 other kids, and they were like they were 2 girls, and then this other dude, and then the original kid who was like taking a piss that we tried to hide from. So one of them tried to go up to the stall door and take a picture through the crack, and I never really knew how to react to this, and I still kind of question my reaction to it. I didn't really do much. I was just kind of like, if they try to do shit, we'll fuck them up, but we're not gonna like, I'm not gonna hit a girl. That's, no, I refuse to do that. So my girlfriend, I didn't really know, she got some attitude to her. She whips open the stall door and she fucking runs. She like, there's these two girls and she fucking like starts like yelling and shit. This is straight up, this is some world star shit right here. And she's fucking yelling. She's like trying to smack the shit out of these girls, but they're like running, and I'm just kind of standing here like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, what did I get myself into? And then the two dudes were like running, but I didn't really like go after them at first. And then I kind of realized, wait, these guys like were kind of the reason for it, and that pissed me off because they were like, if they just knew about it, I wouldn't give two shits, because I mean, yeah, sure, I got a blowjob, lucky me, you know? But they were being like douchebags about it, and that kind of pissed me off. So there were these two kids that came back in, and we were chilling in the stall. We weren't doing shit anymore. She like yelled off those two girls, and these two different kids came back in the stall, and they were both dudes. Or not back in the stall, back in the bathroom, and they were both dudes. So I like whipped open the door and I was like chasing them, but I didn't catch them because they were like, there was a teacher right around the hall to the left, right around the corner to get into the gym. So naturally I stopped running because, you know, I'm not going to get busted by a teacher and get in trouble for some shit at a school that I don't even attend anymore. So we got caught, and we don't know if anyone ever really got a picture. We have no fucking clue. I hope nobody did, but if they did, whatever, I don't care. You saw me getting a blowjob. Merry Christmas, I guess. Although if they did, I probably would have heard about it by now, but I have no clue. So yeah, that's the story of how I got caught getting a blowjob in a bathroom stall at a middle school. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any funny sex stories or stuff getting caught, you know, masturbating, stupid shit like that, drop a comment sharing that story. I read through them all. Also, don't forget to check out Exility once again in the description below for dropping a really sick 211-4 game with the Peacekeeper weaponized camo. Thank you all for watching. Bye.
And we've been working hard, so if you hating hard, it's a loss, you can fall back. Yeah, I swear I remember some. The top is where I'm going when I